Hello again. It's another day in isolation. Hey ho. I can't even remember what number day this is. I think this is 4. Seems like a lifetime already. Anyway, this is an exciting historical poem. It's all about Boudicca or Boudicca. I think for the sake of this we call it Boudicca. I'll call her Boudicca rather. It's called Boudicca and the Romans. The Romans had landed in Britain and were building aqueducts, villas and roads. They were doing quite well with the conquering on poor Britons who only wore woad. Then they came to the boundaries of Yorkshire, where the Iceni ruled as top tribe. They were led by a queen called Boudicca, that the Romans thought they could bribe. So they sent her some wine in amphorae, roast dormouse in sesame seeds, but the Iceni were brought up on black pudding, served with tatties and turnips and mead. They looked at the Roman food parcel and poked it with swords and with spears, and Boudicca stood tall and said to them all, "You're not building roads around here?" Now the Romans were working to contract and were already late in their deeds. They got lost in a bog down in Thetford and fell in the river in Leeds. Building roads in straight line proved a problem in a country full of grey clouds and mist, where no one could see the horizon, and it were proving a bit hit and miss. So they sat down and came to agreement to save bloodshed and more double pay. Romans stopped at Boudicca's boundary, waved their eagles, and then just walked away. And that's why, if you go into Yorkshire, the roads are all bent, twisted and poor, and why it takes hours to travel the length of the A64. Thank you. This one is a sort of poignant song, really. Poem. It's for Jackie Overfield. Jackie Overfield played for Leeds United. Back in the day, my dad used to take me to see Leeds United, and the day was 1958, and the team mentioned in this poem is the entire Leeds United 1958 team. That's for the anoraks among you. This one's for Jackie Overfield. The sunset's in the background, behind the Overfield stand, factory chimneys on horizons, when the fans all left Betram. The 50s, when all our teams played in black and white, homemade scarves and wooden rattles in smoggy gaslit nights. The ghosts of players lost in time echo round the final whistle. Their game is done, their boots are hung, there's no one left to listen to the names the fans all chanted, the names from old team sheets: Don Revie, Jimmy Ashall, Grelvin Hare and Georgie Meek, Noel Payton, Billy Humphries, Jackie Overfield and Chris Crowe, Archie Gibson, Jackie Charlton and Ted Bergin in the goal. Their names are carved on gravestones somewhere in this land, but their fame lives on forever in the hearts of old Leeds fans, whose lives too soon would end, and there were no one left to say. They were standing in the scratching shed and saw Jackie Overfield play. Sent that off to Leeds United. Rumour has it got printed in some fanzine. There you go. You all know where I am. I'm in Scarborough, and we all know that people from the West Riding come here and, they sort of leave the beach in a bit of a mess. This is called litter. Fantastic plastic used to be bees' knees, now the plastic's turned drastic, it's clogging up the seas, killing all the sea life, being eaten by the fish, entering our food chain with every seafood dish. There's plastic in the halibut, in our fish and chips, adorning all our coffee cups. Don't use those plastic lids, don't use that plastic stirring spoon, refuse that plastic straw, and as for plastic knives and forks, don't use them anymore. Don't leave your plastic on the beach, don't drop it on the ground, take your litter home with you, stop chucking it around. Have some respect for where you are before our anger hardens, or else we'll all come through to Leeds and shit in your front garden. Thank you very much, especially you in Leeds, and see you later.